Yes.
Hi. I've waited so long for you.
Not really.
No, you're right, but, to me. Okay, I'm going to start off by saying that I was encouraged to read the Seth books after I'd read all of the Abraham books over and over
Can
and
you hear
over.
her? Get
Sorry,
in there.
guys.
Get in there a little tighter.
Okay. I was encouraged to read the Seth books after reading all of the Abraham books over and over. And if it wasn't for me reading all of the Abraham books over and over and over and getting something more out of it each and every time, then I would have never understood Seth, because I find he was very scientific. Like we're electrical magnetical units and all that kind of stuff, and coordinate points and stuff like that. But I'm getting a lot of benefit. But he said a lot of stuff that I would like you to clarify if possible, because you are so brilliant in doing that. Helping us understand. Okay, and...
Or you could ask Seth.
No, well, when is Seth going to have a cruise? Okay.
Well, what we mean by that is anything that has been stimulated within you as a question.
Yes.
The universe will provide for you a direct route to the answer of it.
Right.
And this may be the route that you're seeking. We're just saying that you do not need any specific vortex through which your solutions to problems or your answers to questions come, because if you have the question, the answer will come, and we just want you to know that, because it's ever so much more efficient to just let it come from wherever you are.
Mm-hmm. I was actually mainly looking for validation, and maybe it could help others as well. Anyways, the question is, our reincarnational lives, according to Seth, are simultaneously happening at once, as well as time being an illusion, and I would like some clarification on that one.
The thing about that makes it confusing for those of you who are focused in your time-space reality is that you have literally, we had a conversation earlier before lunch about the vibrational variance in non-physical as it relates to the vibrational variance in the physical. And we acknowledge that from the non-physical perspective that there is a vibrational variation that you would not be able to discern from your physical format. Now, some might take that to mean that you are not highly evolved like the non-physical is, but that is not the way in which we meant it. The way that we meant it is that you have slowed time and space to a place where you can more precisely extract meaning and desire from it for the purpose of focusing, and then when you do so, Source focuses upon it for this powerful earth-creating kind of creation, while you have the benefit of then bringing yourself up to vibrational speed with it. Did you follow that a little bit? In other words, this is the leading edge of creation. You are the pioneers out here in this more precise deciphering of contrast. So, with that same sort of basis of understanding, then we can refer to what you're talking about and say to you, read your statement again.
The first one again?
The question?
Reincarnational lives are simultaneously happening.
So the discernment of that which may seem simultaneous from non-physical, who can think all thoughts simultaneously, who can remember past, experience present, and imagine future simultaneously. In other words, it's just a difference in the focus, that's all. We want to say, and Seth does too, that there is a misunderstanding in the way that you have taken that, because there is no separate, all of your power is in your now, and the only power that matters, the only power worth understanding and utilizing is the power of alignment between the non-physical point of view and the physical point of view. And so as you use your power of focus here and now, you can focus about the past, and you can focus about the present, or you can focus about the future, but you're doing it all right now. You're doing it all now. And there are so many people who are using their attention to the past as their excuse to not allow their alignment with now, you see. The other issue that we take with this interpretation of what you're reading here, because this is the part of it that is really off, we want you to realize that while the idea of time, whether the 16th century, the 14th century, the 19th century, the 25th century, in other words, as you're talking about all of these time and space perspectives, we want you to realize that regardless of what label has been given to the era, that the fact of it is that as we are having this conversation here, non-physical merging with physical, that we are, whether you are recognizing it in the moment or not, taking thought beyond that which it has been before. This discussion is causing an expansion of the universe. So it must be said, at least it's accurate when we say it, that the universe just became more than it was just before. And if that is true, then it cannot be true that there cannot be a past and a present and a future in the way that you understand it to be. In other words, if there was less before and there is more now, that means there has been expansion. And you just have to accept that an eternity is a time-based concept, and being and foreverness is too. And in this experience, you are just deciphering it more than non-physical cares to decipher. You are more interested in time. We are more interested in eternity. You are more lack-based in your attention to time. We are not lack-based in it at all. And that really is the message that was being expressed there.
Okay.
And that is easier to wrap your thoughts around.
No, truly it is, actually. I'm good for now. I just wanted to ask that one right now.
Very good.
Okay.
Do you believe that you have come here into this time-space reality with reason? Do you think that the environment that surrounds you and the passage of time gives you an ability to focus? As a creator, do you understand that focusing is what all creation is about? So wouldn't anything that causes a focusing of energy be to your advantage? Are you very interested in taking your leading edge camera out onto the deck of the ship and pointing the lens of it out into the blue, where that is all you see is just the blue, and taking a photograph of the blue? Are you more interested in maybe the horizon, or maybe an island sticking up, or maybe a piece of the ship, or the point of someone's nose? In other words, isn't it more satisfying to find something to focus your lens upon? And that is what this time-space reality gives you. You are energy, but energy is nothing without focus. There is no satisfaction of a thinker unless you find something to focus upon. And there's no satisfaction in thinking unless you can feel the relationship of the expanding thought. And so that's why this time-space reality is so delicious. It gives you the opportunity to begin with the premise of who you are and reach from the context of what you are living for a new idea and feel the disparity in it, and then focus the lens of your being and then discover the reality of the manifestation of it. Now that is focusing. That's living. And there is nothing about non-physical that is separated from that, because that which you are, physical counterparts of that which we are the leading edge focusing mechanisms of that which we are. So is there any way that you could extract from that non-physical does not enjoy past, present, and future? Illogical. Yes.